Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the late start of the midweek report. I had some difficulties. My restream wouldn't accept my password, my word, and all this stuff. So you know how this works in the technical world. I'm the greatest technical person, and I suck at this, and I apologize. But thanks for putting up with me. It is what it is, man. I want to thank some people for joining me tonight already. We have some guests. We have we have a Dan Burgia, Danielle Munoz is here, William Campbell, and Mary Boysworth. Good evening, everyone. I tried to reach out to Janie, and I couldn't do that. So hopefully she will know that we're on, and she'll come on, and I'll let her in and to do her 5 minutes. But if she doesn't come on tonight, I'll make it up to her and give her her 5 minutes of free speech on Sunday if she wants it. Because hey, I'm a man of my word about that, guys. I believe in free speech and I advocate for it. And if you want to have your 5 minutes of free speech and you're a candidate in Rockdale County, give me a call, uh, text me, email me. We will arrange for you to get your 5 minutes of free speech. We have some more people joining us. Good evening, the TPS report. That will be Alex McDonald. Good evening, Megan Walker. Good evening, Attorney Justin Kinney. Glad to have you on here today. Good evening, Clayton Orwig. Nice to see you. Good evening, Cheryl Garcia. Kathy Robinson. Nice to have you on. And Catherine Lynn. Good to have you on, guys. It's great to have everybody on the new edition here, our midweek report of this week from Rockdale. Sort of sounds fancy when you say the midweek report from this week from Rockdale. I like that. So tomorrow night, just to let everybody know, Laura Skelton is here. Tomorrow night is the official first meeting of the courthouse task force that the county has put together, and that will be at 5 p.m. tomorrow at the courthouse, I think in the Superior Court courtroom. So that'll be tomorrow evening. I intend on going and observing um, those festivities to see what kind of nonsense that they're going to do. And Dan Burks, the Thunder. I'm going to talk about Mr. Hyde. Danielle Moon. I get to introduce Herschel Walker Saturday morning at the in Conyers, Georgia. That his campaign called up this week. Uh, they wanted to do a meet and greet for Herschel. Wanted me to find a location, which I scrambled and found a location so we could start advertising it. And Herschel Walker is coming to Rockdale County Saturday morning. He's going to come to Falcon's Fury, the Harley Davidson dealership here off of Irish Drive, and it is going to be a fantastic event. Herschel is going to come and talk to people to meet and greet. He's going to be there from 8:45 a.m. until 11 a.m. So I recommend anybody who wants to come out and meet Herschel, shake his hand, take a picture with him, and all that. It'll be a nice event. Be nice to get out there and Herschel Walker, and I'm going to be excited about introducing Herschel on their day. Actually, I'm going to go to two Herschel Walker events. So I'm hosting the one at Falcon's Fury. I put that together. Then he's having another one at our church at 1. I'm going to go to half of that one, and then at 4 o'clock, so I got to be back at Conyers by a little after 3. We're going to have a 4th district forum. Which, Alex McDonald want to mediate. And Alex, I do have your questions, and I will email them first when I get back to the office. So we've got candidates running for Congress, Republicans in the 4th district. We have Rhea Ivey, and we have Jonathan Chavez. They will be squaring off in the forum and answering questions. So hopefully that you, the voters, can determine, Republican voters, which candidate that you want to support in upcoming primary. So that's all good information and good news. So we've got candidates and people running for office, and we've got all these things happening, and am very excited about it, and I'm excited about Herschel Walker coming to Rockdale County. That's a big deal for Rockdale County to get a candidate. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen the poll numbers, but been looking at the poll numbers here that have been released in that Senate race. There were some poll numbers last week about the primary race, and Herschel was 65% in one poll without the Trump endorsement. Then when they Trump endorsement in, he 4%. They just released some polling today, general election, when him and Warnock are. One poll has him almost at 52%, Warnock at 41%. And there's another poll that has Herschel at 62% and Warnock at 26%. So Herschel has really good polling numbers right now going into that general election also against Warnock. So, and I think, with the economy is not going to improve. Things are going to, stay stale and things as such. So I think things will look really good for the all as Republicans gaining that seat back with Herschel Walker going to the Senate representing Georgia as United States Senator. So I think that's an upbeat and uptick for us here in Georgia that that we get one of those seats back that Republicans do. So interesting to see that. And then in local politics here, we've got a lot of stuff going on in Rockdale County. You've got a very contested commission here, the post two between Doreen Williams, Walker, and Renee Simpson. I've just being a man out on the street, listening to what's going on out there on the street. I think things are looking bad for Doreen Williams. I think they might be an upset brewing. I think that we might see an upset of brewing because the people, from what I've been hearing, the on the street is people don't trust the commissioners, don't trust what they're doing, don't trust how they're handling money, and not only is that going to impact that post two commission race, but it will also impact that SPLOST funding race because whether people realize this or not, and a lot of people are beginning to realize it, the commission did introduce the SPLOST illegally because they did not introduce projects. And I think Doreen Williams tried to say all they have to do is introduce categories, and that's not accurate. There's actually a Supreme Court decision, a Georgia Supreme Court decision that says that they have to list projects, but it doesn't have to be detailed. It can be scaled back, but they do have this project. So they're they failed to follow the bylaws. They failed to follow the laws. So they decided to not just back the lie. I feel very comfortable with this SPLOST no race that we got going on. Been getting a lot of feedback. People just are like they agree. A lot of people are for the SPLOST, but they are not for this SPLOST as presented. They say, let's take a time out. Let's put a pause on this. Let's regroup, reintroduce this properly next year, and let's get this right. And that's all we want to do. We want to get this right because the citizens of Rockdale County deserve to get it right. With what we are looking at, our assessments, property assessments just came out. Mine raised close to $350, and the both millage rates that I'm subject to, the Board of Education and the Board of Commission millage rates, were both taken to the rollback rate, and my taxes still raised nearly $350, and that was because of increased property tax assessment. So everyone in the county, when with property taxes and those assessments going up, except for some people, I think I've seen some sort of somebody who doesn't pay taxes, their assessment actually went down, and it could have been a commissioner, I believe. I think I might have seen something on that on the this week in Rockdale that Alex might have posted, but very interesting with what's going on with that. And then also we understand that Doreen Williams has a nonprofit called grits and grace. I call it grits and gravy, or you could call it scrambled eggs. So she's got the nonprofit, and Lord and behold, where does this nonprofit move into? Moves into the Parker Road facility, which she gave away for $10 a month. So like to know a little bit of the financials behind the scenes on that, what that actually looks like, um, because sometimes when things don't look good, they look suspicious and they smell funny. They are funny. Uh, it's a lot of times there is no coincidence. Things are they appear to be bad because they may be bad. So I just think it's interesting. And then we still have the saga of Sherry Washington, the disgraced attorney. And I can fully say disgraced attorney because we've all seen the Channel 5 I Team report. We've seen all the shenanigans that she's been up to, the impropriety. And guys, it's just terrible when the citizens of a county like Rockdale have to put up with this. And I've been talking to other people from around the region in different counties, and they're just, they having a hard time believing that all this is going on. And it's just like, really? You guys put up with this all the time, and this is the norm in Rockdale County. The norm in Rockdale County. It is total incompetence at its best. Um, Guys, I just want to encourage everyone, like I have on the Sunday edition. Don't you see me? I got the midweek report, the Sunday edition. We got a lot of things going on here in Rockdale County with This Week from Rockdale. We've expanded and we're growing. And I the show can't grow without you. And we thank each and every one of you for being viewers and for actually spreading the word. And let me tell you about spreading the word, guys. That ad that Alex and I cut um, about the SPLOS that we filmed at the city hall and then went to Parker Road, and Alex wrote a great script explaining all that about the SPLOS and how the monies were spent. Thanks to you guys, and it is you guys, because I have uh, uh, came and pled my case on this show about you, the audience, going and sharing that and making that awareness for the community. Today, we've got 1,900 views, with 1,200 of those being through plays. That means 1,200 viewers have watched the video all the way through. So we have 1,009, over 1,900 views with 1,200 of them being through plays all the way through, and that's growing. I mean, we've went from on Sunday or Saturday we were like at 1,300, and today we're at 1,900. So we're really growing with that, and that's given awareness, because those are local views, because that thing is focused to right here in Rockdale County, and so that's people that are local watching that, and they're getting the information, and they're knowing getting to know about the SPLOST and why we're opposing it as presented, and we want it represented to include certain things. And that's the thing about it is, and Doreen Williams made such a false statement the other night on her forum. She stated that we wouldn't have roads for 7 years and all this nonsense if the SPLOST didn't pass. Well, first of all, guys, they get road funding from additional sources other than SPLOST. That they get funding from the state. They get grants. They get other mechanisms of highway funding. So that was just such a crazy statement. Plus, we're not saying we want to take the SPLOST away for 7 years. And the SPLOST is only, and you love these people that don't know their own laws, because of this SPLOST is a SPLOST that's shared between a county and a municipality. It's a 6-year SPLOST, not a 7-year SPLOST. So she doesn't even know that it's a 6-year SPLOST. But why would she? She's just the Post 2 commissioner who's been in that position for 2 terms, going on 8 years. So why would she know the rules? Why would she know a SPLOS that she's overseen for two sessions, and not know the law that a SPLOS that is shared between a county and municipalities is a six, and they have an agreement or a 6-year SPLOS, which this SPLOS is a 6-year SPLOS, not a 7-year SPLOS. And we've clearly stated, let's introduce this thing next year, reintroduce it. Let's do it the right way, and so everybody can approve it. Second thing, talk about the SPLOS. Just to let everybody know, I did mention the other day that if just some circumstances the SPLOS would happen to pass, I do have an attorney that will take this case up on our behalf and actually sue the county because they did introduce it illegally, and we've got the statute, we've got the law, and we've looked it up, and they have. And I tried to get by the Board of Elections today. The election supervisor wasn't in. We missed each other. I do have to. I'll go by there tomorrow and speak to her because I do want to ask the question: can the county remove? They can't remove it, but they can actually go. I know a candidate can file a document and saying they've withdrawn their candidacy. So even though they're on the ballot and you vote for them, it doesn't count. A few years ago, when Vernon Jones did that, he withdrew his candidacy. He was still on the ballot, and any ballots that were cast for him were actually spoiled. So I'm thinking, in my thought process, can the county do that with the SPLOS question? So they may want to do that instead of having it defeated. Well, we'll see. Either way, I think it needs to not happen. But what we will do is this SPLOS will be paused one way or the other. It's going to get beat at the ballot box, or it's going to get beat at the courthouse. One way or the other. And so I've got a really good attorney that's willing to take these things on, and I'm just thankful for him. And I'm not going to mention his name yet until we actually do some litigation, because he is actually looking at a couple of other things he may litigate for the Rockdale voter group in Rockdale County. So when that occurs and we do that, we may have him on the show to actually talk about, because once we get the suits, we'll not be able to talk about those things, but there are some things that I think that he can talk about as far as general laws to let us know what's going on with everything and everything. See, Gail Davis, what did Gail they would say, okay. I shared a video of the tax assessors where they stated they were going to get the county with a value property increase all at one time instead of a little at a time. Property values and the millage rate will drastically increase this year, and unfortunately, it will be very difficult to appeal it this year due to the real estate market and the inflated prices. So thankfully, I won my appeal last year after 2 years of fighting and are locked in for 3 years. So, Gail Owens, thank the Lord that that you were able to do that and you were able to lock that in, and that happened for you. A lot of people, you're right, they're not going to be as fortunate. They're not going to get that, and that's the way that works. And Dan, you actually know the attorney in question. I've actually known the attorney for a couple of years. Just didn't think about asking him to do that. And then Dan was there, and Dan sort of mentioned some stuff to him, and we had a little conversation. And the next thing you know, he's, yeah, I'll be more than willing to do it. Let's. He said that's wrong. Let's right some wrongs. So got a guy who wants to right some wrongs and take some. Take on the big man. He wants to take on the man, and he's no fear in him. So I said, all right, let's take on the man. Let's do it together. So that's the conversation. We had that conversation last night, and Dan was actually there. Dan Burks was present when the let's take on the man conversation occurred. So somebody can actually verify that yes, we do have an attorney that's going to work on our behalf. So I do have a witness. Say amen, Dan. I have a witness. So, but guys, I think if you work hard enough and you put the truth out long enough, that it comes back around, and people realize that that you're fighting the fight on their behalf. Um, because people deserve to have their day. People deserve to have people fight for them and take up for them, because just this county and what they've done to people. And I actually know some people. I had conversations with some people today that actually support or have supported this commission in the past, and they just point blank told them, said, um, what what pond are y'all fishing all this money out of that you guys are hitting all these taxpayers with? I mean, that's what they tell. What pond are you fishing all this money out of? Because these people can't continue. The citizens of this county can't continue to just forking out this type of money. This commission is going to put a hurting on this community. They are really going to put a hurting on this community, and it's a shame that this community is going to feel this pain. But and you've heard, I think Alex has said it many a time. He said sometimes, he felt that this past election, people were going to have to feel some pain to know how to correct their vote. And I think that's what may have to happen here in Rockdale County. I think that we may have to feel some pain to know that we need to correct some vote. Uh, I think it's going to be an interesting situation the next couple of years, especially if Doreen Williams, which I think the trend is showing. I don't think she's going to get back in office. When she doesn't get back in office, and then how that the dynamics of the commission plays out, then you have those two seats up in 24, and what kind of challenge comes from the field with that chairman and that post one race, because we do need a clean sweep. We need somebody else that's to sit on that commission, because even though Oz is, he's been the chairman, it'll be 2 terms. He's been on that. He will have been on that commission at the end of this term for 16 years, and that's enough time to make positive change. Uh, it's crazy. I mean, and Alex just posted something which is relevant. It's this doesn't even include PFA debt. Who knows what will happen? What that will cost us. And he's right. I mean, who knows what that's going to happen? Charlotte said, "I've seen signs already for commission chair." Charlotte, what signs have you seen for commission chair? Mary Boys, it's been downhill ever since. I would, Charlotte, put that out there in the chat. What signs have you seen for a commission? I've not seen those. I'd like to go and ride around and see some of those signs and see who that is. I've not seen that sign. So I would like to actually see who might be running for commission. I would like to know you know, what pool we've come from. So that would be interesting, guys. Then also, I think as I've been watching the video here, I told you guys I improved my internet at home a little bit, so it looks like I've actually streamed pretty decent from here this evening. It was nice to not be able to have to go to the office, but since I hadn't done the show from here in a while, and I'd changed my password from the office and stuff, and it wasn't synced here, and then it wouldn't accept the new password, and I had to reset everything. So I've got, all that nonsense. Now I got to go back to the office tomorrow and then log in and do the new password there and make sure it takes it. So, all these technical difficulties we have all the time, guys. So it's technical difficulties, but Rockdale County is a very interesting place to live. I actually, love living in Rockdale County. I mean, I like Rockdale County, even though we've got the Mudasa and Thomas. You're talking about, Thomas Chastain? it's been choppy audio, especially watch the video. Okay, I'll watch that. So, internet was choppy at first, but it's improved. Thanks, Clayton, for letting me know that. Uh, yeah, it was. I was getting an 8 out of 10 for the first couple minutes, but I've got a 10 out of 10 network connection for like 90% of the show now. Uh, so you're saying Charlotte Ahmad, and then Thomas. Would it be Thomas Chastain? And Ahmad's got a sign, but it's talking about being a community servant. I didn't see he had any commissioner chairman signs up, so that'll be interesting. So, um, like to know that. So, well, guys, it's coming up on 28 minutes, and I told you guys 30 minutes, and that's what I'm going to do. Let you guys know I will be going to the courthouse task force tomorrow night. Uh, 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 I will be doing that tomorrow night, going to the courthouse task force. So we'll be talking about that on Sunday, and have a few more things that I've got lined up to work on for Sunday. So if you guys don't mind, tune back in on Sunday for the This Week from Rockdale Sunday edition, and we will discuss the happenings at the courthouse task force, and we will discuss other happenings in Rockdale County. And the following day will be the start early voting. So our next show will be Sunday, May 1st, and May the 2nd will be the start of early vote. So look forward to talking about that show, talking about early voting starting. And I'll be interested, letting you guys know how the Herschel Walker event went on Saturday. But why don't you guys actually show up to that uh, so that I don't have to tell you? You actually will know how that goes. So if you guys need me, let me know. Talk to you. Me signing off. See you on Sunday on This Week from Rockdale, the Sunday edition.